So what on earth happened in June in Edmonton in the real estate market? Well, you're going to want to stay tuned. So we're going to start right now. Hi, this is Melody Wilson with the Real Life team at RE/MAX Elite, and June was anticipated to be a busy month, and not only was it busy, it exceeded everyone's expectations. It was extremely busy. Year to date, at the end of May, we were actually trending, no big surprise, behind last year's sales year to date. However, in June, when we hit the end of month of June, when you look at year to date, we've actually had such a great month that it's put us ahead of all sales from last year. So what happened? So taking a closer look at single family homes, we're looking at the absorption rate. So that's their odds of selling. When you are under 30%, you have more of the buyer's market. Anywhere 30 to 50, you're at a balanced market, and over 50% odds of selling, you're in a seller's market. We are sitting at a 23% roughly listing absorption rate, which is still putting us at a buyer's market closer to more balanced. If you look on the field as to our listings that have sold very quickly, if they're priced right, they sell very fast. We are getting offers within the first 24 hours. We're looking at showing properties to our clients, and they're always pending before we can even get out there. So there's definitely a shortage of listings that are coming onto the market, and it can't keep up with the number of sales. Each week the properties are selling, and we're selling in high volume. Now, is that going to continue on for July, August, September? We don't know. So far, July is staying very consistent in the volume of sales. There's a lot of speculation, and we're not sure what's going to happen in the fall months. This year has not been typical like any other year. We're kind of just taking every month as it comes, and it's very, very difficult to predict. With the new CMHC rules that started in July, that's just July 1st, we'll see the impact maybe in a few months. However, Genworth and Canada Guarantee are still using the old rules, so we shouldn't see too much of an impact. So if you look at the average price, we are actually month over month higher than last month, which honestly wasn't too hard because May was pretty tough. But if you look year over year, we're still down from the average price of last year. Now again, this is a very general number. It's all single family homes in Edmonton. If you look at different areas, what we're seeing with properties and the most popular price points anywhere from about $300,000 to $400,000, those properties are flying off. They're either going to be selling at market value or maybe even above market value. We are seeing multiple offers on our properties, and so that's going to impact whether you're going to have like market value prices or over market. So it's very promising if you're a seller. If you're a buyer, there's still a chance to get a deal if you're willing to move and act quickly. So half a year has passed, and the average price trend is still trending lower than last year's overall. But if you think about it, we've only had 6 months. We still need another 6 months to take a look at that full price trend to see if we're really below last year or not. I have a suspicion we're going to be either very close to the same price as last year, if not a little bit higher. So looking at how many active listings we have right now, we are looking less than we did month over month, less than last year. So that's showing you the demand is kind of happening. Multiple offers are happening because less inventory, and then we have an increase in sales. So we've had an increase in sales month over month, year over year, and that combination with inventory levels low and sales high is actually going to push us more into the balanced market. And if we don't get more listings come, then that's going to outweigh it. So basically the sales have to fall or the listings have to come, or both, to kind of balance things out. If we continue on this trend, it becomes more of a seller's market. So our average days on market isn't a whole big change at all. It's one day different. At the big grand scheme of things, it's still counting all homes in Edmonton. So you want to take a look again at specific areas. Properties that are priced well, they don't last 58 days. They are getting offers within the first week at the latest, and then after the conditions are removed, things are sold within 7 days, 14 days, 20 days. So that average days on market is just one number that is a stat, but doesn't always help you as a buyer or a seller to make any decisions. So our market distribution in terms of how many homes have sold so far this year and what price points they fall into, the majority has been, of course, the $300,000 to $400,000 price range. And the total number of homes that we've sold year to date, like I mentioned earlier, is higher than where we were last year at this time. So the month of June has been a crazy month. As realtors, we've been relieved to kind of see the sales come back. And if you have questions about that, it's still not too late. The interest rates are still at an all-time low when it comes to purchasing a home. And a lot of buyers who are wondering if they should have waited because the prices are going to drop, well, this is now showing you that the prices didn't drop. They're actually staying good to the market, if not even a better market than last year. What we are noticing is buyers are more solid, they're more serious this year. Financing isn't falling apart like it was last year. Last year we saw a lot of deals fall apart because of financing. This year we seem to see a lot more solid deals, and it's making for a better market in terms of the Edmonton real estate market for single family homes. If you have any more questions, just post them down below. Otherwise, we'll see you next month. Thanks so much for watching.